Hello, ladies.
Hi, Justine. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
So good.
Fantastic.
So I'm so excited that you guys are here today. Um, I've known Jennifer from many, many years ago, and I just met Kojenwa. So I'm really excited to help you as your health coach achieve whatever your goals are. So just like 2 seconds about myself. It's Justine Sanfilippo. I'm at happyhealthypeople.com. I'm a nutritionist and a health coach and an author, and I've kept off 45 pounds for 15 years. And the only reason I'm in this space is because I drove myself absolutely crazy trying to lose the weight and keep it off. And I literally drove myself bonkers, which is why the book is called Lose Your Inches Without Losing Your Mind. So I'm going to help you guys lose your inches and not go crazy. So I'd love for you guys to just share real briefly, each of you, kind of what your goals are and what you'd like to achieve.
Sure. So my name is Jennifer, and me and Kojenwa are both publicists with Dash Public Relations. And being publicists, we have very, very hectic lives. We work 12, 14-hour days, 7 days a week, and that leaves very little time for ourselves. So we found that over the past couple years, a few pounds have come on. Kojenwa is a new mother. So, we don't think that we look terrible, I have to say. People always say, oh, you look so great, but I think any woman knows where their comfort space is, how your pants fit, how your clothes look. So it's very, very individual. And that's why we came to you, Justine, because we don't have time. These fad diets do not work, and we've lost enough of our minds already. So we'd like to do this without losing our minds. I personally like to lose about 20 pounds. And that is my goal. So,
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Jennifer, Justine. I need help. Okay, so I'm sure there are people, you guys are out there going like, I've tried this, that, the other thing. I've tried no bread. I've tried only meat. I've tried just cheese. One girl said she was on the chocolate diet. The other one was like, just do like tons of exercise or just do yoga. So the fad diets don't work for me. I just find that I deprave myself, and then, I go nuts after, and I end up gaining back even more than I had before. And so that's really scary. So I need something that's sustainable. I'd love to lose 30 pounds. I don't want to be one of those women that say, I just had the baby and the baby's 5 years old now. So to drop it and look hot. And by the way, I need to do a hot photo shoot.
Yes, we have some coming up, and we need to look our red carpet best.
Red carpet ready, honey. So that's what we're talking about.
That's your goal.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I like that you brought up you're looking for sustainable changes. So what I do when I'm coaching people and anyone that's following along here, the idea is that we're all different. We're all unique. All of our journeys are going to be a little bit different because we're different people. So the goal here is to create these long-term healthy lifestyle changes that are going to fit into your unique life, whether you have a family, you're super busy people, whether it's just a mom that's able to stay at home, or it could be anyone. I mean, I've worked with all ages, ranges, and everything. So lifestyle changes is the goal here, and that's really how you keep it off. So one thing that's great about the book and the program is you only read one chapter at a time. I designed it that way because, again, we are busy. It's very conversational. It's a very easy read. And again, we don't want to go nuts. So chapter 1 talked about basically taking measurements. The idea is you're going to take measurements once a week and compare what's going on. And then the second idea in chapter 1 is to set some small goals for the week. Now, the reason I really emphasize the measurements is because way back in the day, I actually owned a gym in New Jersey for 3 years. And we did this experiment where the women just had to work out 3 days a week, and we did their measurements and their weight. And after 3 weeks, we saw what happened. And I noticed that not every single woman lost a lot of weight, but they all lost inches, 100%. So from a mental sanity point of view, I like the idea of measurements because you're seeing what's going on. I mean, we look at ourselves every day in the mirror. We don't always see those changes, but then we could start to see like what's shrinking and kind of what order. It just helps keep us motivated in the long term. So have you guys had a chance to take your beginning measurements?
Yes, we just did that. And I have to laugh because Kojenwa said she's like, that tape measure's I've been staring at that for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this finally just gave us the motivation just to do it. And it took just, 2 minutes? I mean, it really didn't take long at all.
Okay.
And by the way, what happens often is we struggle mentally and then we just have to take the plunge. Okay. So it's never easy looking at the number, whether you jump on the scale or whether you decide to take the measurement. Just like anything else in life, you just have to jump in and just decide you're going to do it one day. So that was the attitude we took. We decided to just go for it one day. And once you look at it, okay, it's done, right? You hate it. It sucks. So then change it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to have your starting point.
Definitely. And I also find it amazing that measurements can be so different. Just like you were saying, Justine, it doesn't matter how much you weigh. And in doing this, I hope that we encourage all women of all different shapes and sizes to jump on board, and men too, and not get discouraged by the numbers, because Kojenwa and I, we told each other what our weights were. And I don't think they were too far off from each other, but I'm like 5 inches taller than she is, and her legs are so much thinner than mine. It's just so different how our bodies are structured, but yet we come up with that same final number.
Exactly. We're all just shaped differently. That's just how we are. So the idea is to sort of just be really happy about your body and comfortable in your body. Another thing with the scale too is it could change like day to day. I mean, it could once back in the day, I would weigh myself multiple times a day, and that number could change like 7 or 10 pounds in one day. So that
I used to weigh myself after I went to the bathroom. Like, that's how ridiculous it got. So, and I'm sure many of you out there have done the same. So, this is what it is. I like the idea of once a week, because you can kind of work through the week and reward yourself with, where are we today? And working towards that miniature goal. I think week to week is really what I appreciate most.
Right. And I also think that the small goals create lifestyle changes, which is ultimately what it's all about, because that's why the fad diets never work. And I've done, you name it, I've tried it.
Yes, me too. So that brings us to our next point, which you mentioned about the small goals, which I like to call baby goals. The idea is that you choose one, two, maybe 3 at the most, small things that you have to feel really confident that I can do this week. So some is like some people may not eat breakfast. Maybe they want to start eating breakfast or have more water or get a little more exercise or limit alcohol. So there's a million sample baby goals I put here in the book. So I would love for each of you guys to share with all of us, what are your 1 to 3 baby goals that you want to focus on this week? And part of this also is accountability.
Yes. I never drink water. I am such a sodaholic, and it is so bad. I know it. So my first goal is to drink at least 2 bottles of water a day. And I know that the goal is really 4 or 8 cups. But to me, just getting started with 2 in the beginning is a complete lifestyle change. So I'm going to be holding myself accountable to drinking 2 bottles of water or 4 cups a day. Exercising 30 minutes 3 times a week. And also I'm going to eat at least 3 to 5 times a day. That's another thing that I don't do. I eat maybe once or twice a day, and then you stuff your face, and then you get what, we're Italian, I call it the itis, and you want to pass out on the couch, and then you've got brain fog, and that's the end of that. So smaller meals, breaking it up a few times a day, and forcing myself to do that. Again, in our business, we come last. We have, so many clients and so many things that come up urgently at the very last moment. And I think that it's good for both of us to say, you know what, we're people too, and we need to take care of ourselves, or else we get sick and then we can't help our clients. So eating, multiple times a day, we've got to do it.
Okay. Awesome. So Kojenwa, what are your baby goals for this week?
Well, Jen, I'm right there with you with regard to drinking water. It's actually something that I've initiated by going and buying a bottled water and replenishing that and having it with me at all times to remind myself. That's definitely one of my goals. Another one of my goals is to try and cut down on sugar intake. I tend to snack a lot on sweet things. So that would include, Swedish fish, gummy worms, bits of cereal, anything I can get to get that sugar high. So I'm looking to replace those high sugary snack foods with healthier items. We have a jar of prunes in the fridge, for example. It gives me my sweet kick without reaching for the candy bar.
Nice. Okay. So I just want to touch base. So one thing that's important when we're all thinking through our small goals for the week are things that may come up that kind of derail us, because we kind of want to have like a backup plan in our minds. So both of you guys mentioned you have a drink water goal. How do you feel like you can, what can you do to remind yourself to have your water for the day?
So one thing, and this may sound silly, but I think it's all perspective. When I see a big bottle of water, to me, it's almost like I feel defeated before I start. Like, oh gosh, how am I going to drink that much? But if I pour 8 glasses of water a day and leave it in the fridge, I down it like 1 an hour or every 2 hours, and then all of a sudden it's gone.
Nice. Nice.
So it sounds silly, but it's like it's a mind trick, but it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I always keep a Brita in the fridge. So, you might think about it economically. So one might say, okay, I can be derailed because I always have to shop for water, when in fact you could just get the Brita, get the filter, and keep replenishing the Brita. And then when your water bottle's finished, you just pour fresh water into your water bottle. I typically always have the water bottle around, and that's what I'm getting at. Sometimes I get derailed because the water bottle gets crusty, right? You really have to wash those things, and it's not the kind of thing you're going to put in a dishwasher. So I feel that after a certain period of time, I'll dump that water bottle and go out and get another one. A new start. I'm starting again. And, every 3 or 4 days, I'll always have that bottle of water and look for it and become, just like I look for my iPhone every second of the day, I'm going to look for my water bottle every second. And Lauren, actually, my best friend, is always like, did you drink your water, DV? Yes, thank you. Thank you for reminding me. So I'm going to try and make that consistent.
I like that. And I like the whole keeping it in eye view. This is from an airport, but I have like my other bottle out. So if it's like you're in your line of vision, you tend to remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Another little point I wanted to bring up. So Jennifer, you mentioned you want to eat more often. And I know Coach Anwar, you're super busy too. So what's an idea you guys can think of to remind yourself to eat more often during the day?
I'm literally going to have to set a timer on my cell phone.
I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one. I have a new baby and she tends to eat every 3 hours. So I'm going to try and follow her schedule and see if that works. There are night feedings sometimes. And then I'm also starving, but then I don't cave. So, there's also that dynamic. And sometimes you're just going so long that you've forgotten that you're hungry and you're suddenly starving.
Yeah.
So, it's important for me to think every 3 hours I need to have a little nibble of something.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Maybe next week we can discover calories and you can help us with that one, because it's like different from a little nibble of chicken wings to like a little nibble of trail mix.
Right.
Basically, you mentioned you want to reduce your sweets. I encourage you to kind of stock up your fridge and pantry with those healthier items, particularly things with protein. Protein keeps us satiated longer, some healthy fats, but really just focus on protein, and that'll make you feel really good. So, okay, so are you guys feeling pretty confident about this week coming up?
Definitely. Yeah. I'm totally pumped.
Awesome.
Tone it up Tuesdays.
Tone it up Tuesdays.
With Justine.
Tone it up Thursdays in this case, right? Oh no, Monday. Are we Monday?
Whatever day it is.
We're going to start tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll officially start Tone It Up Tuesdays.
Yeah. But today you can think through what you need to stock up for tomorrow. Make sure your water is ready. Any healthy snacks are handy. You get your timers all set up. Just kind of think through for tomorrow and to set yourself up for success. So I encourage you guys to keep in touch with me during the week. You can always email, but there's the website, happyhealthypeople.com. And on Facebook, I'm Happy Healthy People, and Twitter and Instagram, it's all Happy Healthy People. I'm just a happy, healthy person. And let me know how you're doing. Let those that are going to be following you know how you're doing, because that accountability, everybody needs a coach. Everyone needs accountability. We all need that. So that, even myself, it's always good to have accountability partners to help you stay on track. So I'm excited for you both.
Thank you. So everybody out there, please help us keep accountable. We want to hear from you. We want to know what some of your struggles are, how Justine can help you, and please follow us for the next 10 weeks. Every Tuesday for a few minutes, hook up your bottle of water, come sit with us, put your feet up, and let's tone it up and get this weight down without losing our minds.
Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
See you next week.
Bye.